It's here. It's today. It's Easter. And I know a lot of you are excited for one specific reason, the chocolate reason. And I get it, I love chocolate. But there is a huge reason why we celebrate Easter in the first place. On Easter, we can remember the biggest, the most amazing, most wonderful thing that has ever happened in the history of the whole world. Jesus rose from the grave. Jesus is alive. God loved us so much. He loved you and he loved me so much that he sent his son to be our Savior. So without further ado, let's celebrate. Happy Easter, everyone.
Hello, my name is Eliana Anderson. My name is Alicia Anderson. Once upon a time, there was a bunny? No. One day, Jesus went to Jerusalem on his donkey. They all gathered twigs and they waved them in the air. They threw their coats on the ground. Hosanna, Hosanna. It's the Son of God. Then on the last night with his friends, he had a meal with them. They ate the Last Supper. He said that to remember him every time they had that supper. He went to the garden to pray Gethsemane. But the disciples fell asleep with the donkey. After Jesus prayed, mean girls took them away. Soldiers were bad. Jesus said that he was God's son. They didn't like it at all. The people got so mad that they put Jesus on a cross. His mom and his friends were very sad because they loved him. He died because he wanted to forgive our sins. They brought him off the cross to a cave that had a stone so he couldn't get out. Saturday, they were all sad and they were all scared. On a Sunday, they went to look and they saw he was not in there anymore. The tomb was empty. An angel told them that Jesus has risen from the dead. The women came running to the disciples to tell them, but they would not believe them. Jesus came in the room. They were all surprised and they were all happy. Since they were so happy, they had a month together. After they had so much fun, Jesus went onto a top of a hill and he waved goodbye all to his friends. He said, I will come back someday. While I'm gone, tell everybody about me. And he went up to heaven. The disciples, they told everybody that Jesus would always forgive them. Now I know that he loves me and my little sister Alicia and my mom and my dad, and he loves everybody. That's why me and my sister love to dress up and go to church and be pretty as we celebrate Easter. By celebrating, we say to Jesus, thank you and we love you.
One, two, three, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. God loved the world, so he gave his son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. God loved the world, so he gave his son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. We sing 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. God loved the world, so he gave his son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. Jesus rose again. My Jesus is alive.
You got it straight.
From our family to yours, we just want to wish you all
A happy Easter! We miss you guys all and look forward to seeing you real soon. God bless to all you guys. Take care.
Bye!
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, you wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, I'll never be the same. I stand in that place for your last meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive.
We're celebrating a little differently than we have in past years. That's okay. Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of peep wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies, although those things are awesome. It's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. So simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and his disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with his friends, he told them that he would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Hey kids, it's Owen here. Just going to do a small video. I miss you guys a ton. It's Saturday morning here and I'm a little bit bored because I'm not doing the Sunday school lesson preparation for you tomorrow. Yesterday, of course, was Good Friday. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday, and I know you guys know what this weekend's all about. It's a special weekend, and it's really unfortunate we can't get together and have some fun on Easter. But that's the way it is for this year. Next year will be different. I got Miss Paulette here to help me. She's going to ask us some weird questions and maybe some Easter egg jokes. Maybe some Easter egg yolks. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Okay, Miss Paulette, give me the first quiz.
Question number 1. What do you call a transformer bunny?
Transformer bunny. A yolkster.
Optimus Prime.
Oh, okay. Wrong. One wrong.
What does a bunny like to dance to?
Easter egg hop.
Close. Hip hop.
Ah, hip hop.
What stories do eggs tell their children?
Clean stories.
Yolk tales.
Oh, yolk tales. These are goofy jokes, guys.
What do you call a bunny with money?
Miss Paulette.
A millionaire.
A million hair.
How does the bunny stay in shape?
By doing exercises.
You got it!
I got it right.
What did the rabbit say to the carrot?
I'm going to eat you.
I'd like to get to know you.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you so tired in April?
Because I slept all winter?
Because you just finished a march.
Oh, that's a good one.
Why does the Easter Bunny like to eat out? Or where does the Easter Bunny like to eat out?
Where does the Easter Bunny like to eat out? Under the porch.
IHOP.
Oh, that's a U.S. joke. That's not a Canadian joke.
How does the Easter Bunny travel all over the world?
One hop at a time.
Via hairplane.
Oh.
Last but not least, what did the egg say when the Easter Bunny told a joke?
What did the
Easter Bunny
say
when the egg told him a joke?
He cracked up.
You cracked me up.
There you go. We got 2 out of 10. Hope you guys did better than I did. But that was just a little bit of fun. Well, I know Miss Christine's putting together some other little videos of everybody, but we sure miss you guys. And I hope you are watching Pastor Travis's devotionals daily and staying in the Word with your parents. And just remember that it's kind of fun staying at home all the time and not having school. Might be a little bit boring, but 10 years from now, we're going to look back and say that wasn't a really bad time. It was just maybe a little bit boring, but tons to learn and tons to do. Just stay close and be safe. Keep washing your hands, you guys. Bye for now.
Now let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you love to eat these things, and a thumbs down if you don't. Okay. There are a lot of different opinions out there, but no matter how you feel about eating Peeps, you're gonna love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest Peeps jousting competition of all time. I'm gonna explain how it works, and then I'll tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 Peeps and assign them to a team. Now, if you don't have any Peeps, no worries at all. Big marshmallows like this one will work just as well. Now, Team A gets Peep A, Team B gets Peep B. You can come up with cooler names like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. You can also use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your Peeps to give them some personality. Maybe you can draw a mustache on your Peep or give them some mean eyebrows or a fancy outfit. Just let your creative juices flow. Next, you need to prepare your Peeps for battle. Take a toothpick and stick it into the front of each Peep, just like that. Now you can think of the toothpick as a joust or a lightsaber or a sword. It just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. Make sure the toothpick is facing forward and toward the other Peep. Now you're gonna place the 2 combatants on a microwave plate. No social distancing is necessary. You want the peeps to be as close together and facing one another. And finally, time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer to 45 seconds. You won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance until the peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other peep first, that peep wins. Now, as soon as this happens, you're gonna wanna stop the microwave. Trust me on this one. Stop the microwave. Okay, it's time to settle this thing. And don't forget to snap a pic of that photo finish. It's go time. Press pause now, and I'll wait here. How did it go? Who won? I want pictures. You can post them with the hashtag Easter Jam 2020. Now, I have to admit, this was a lot more fun than I thought. And also, this happened. Jeez. All right, you ready for another game? For this one, you need a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. Clean or dirty, doesn't matter, as long as they have a match. Now, if you need to, go grab those things now. Press pause. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I'll explain the rest. Got your basket and socks? Great. Now, choose 2 people to play. You'll also need 2 people to be scorekeepers. And to get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room. Don't worry, those socks will make their way back to the basket real soon. Then, place the basket on the other side. And when I say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile, and find the matching one. You'll roll the socks together in the shape of a ball, or like an Easter egg, and then toss them. Just like that, across the room into the laundry or Easter basket. Now, the player with the most socks or eggs in the basket at the end of the timer wins. If you don't have scorekeepers to help you count, you have to keep up with that number on your own. So that means everybody's on the honor system, all right? Parents, I'm looking at you. Okay, now if you need to, press pause now and get everything and everyone in position for the game. I'll wait here. Everybody ready? Great. We're putting a countdown timer on the screen right now, and this Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, families, come back over here. Come on back. Who won? Okay, that was wild. And whoever won gets socks. Okay, just kidding. But adults, make sure whoever won the challenge gets a special treat today. Now, I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. And if you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today we'll talk about what makes today, maybe more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends who would love to hear from you. And to make that happen, you have a few options. Pause this video and pick one of the challenges on the screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that He is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add to this list of things you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can because Jesus is alive. Pause the video while you discuss. And when you're finished, meet me back here. Awesome. I love conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust Him with what's going on in my life right now. And I hope that's true for you too. And I hope you spend the rest of the day making happy memories with your family. To get you started, here's one last challenge. Now for this one, you'll need to decide who is the technology genius at your house. Maybe it's a step-parent or an aunt or maybe an 8th grader. Either way, decide who that person is now. Got it? Awesome. Now as soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be dressed up or you can be in your PJs. It can be totally normal with smiling faces or silly with one of those filters that turns your face into a bunny rabbit. No matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. Then share it to social media. Remember to use the hashtag EasterJam2020 so we can see your family's Easter style. Maybe now more than ever, this is a time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope He gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.